Good morning, traders and investors. My name is Shen Wangangi, one of the best market analysts here at HFM. So, today inflation data is in focus as the week kicks off with mixed signal. As you can see on the chart right now, we have consumer price index coming out today at 3:30 p.m. Previously, we had a 0.1%. And right now we are expecting a 0.3%, which means an increase. And we all know, as for now, that in an increase in inflation means that there's a possibility of a hawkish stance from the Fed. And a hawkish stance, this means that it's going to be strong from the for the dollar. So let me explain briefly why this is going to be a hawkish stand. Inflation simply means money circulating in the economy. And the Fed, they always try to find a balance on where there's a sweet spot between there's not so much inflation and there's not so much little inflation. So how do they do this? They use the interest rates. So when you have so much inflation, when you have inflation increasing, the stance of the Fed will be to hike the interest rates so as to reduce inflation. When interest rates are high, uh, there's a little possibility that people will be borrowing money because of high interest rates, and therefore this money circulating in the economy will have to reduce. And then the opposite, when we have so less inflation, this means there's so less money circulating in the economy. The Fed will want to cut the interest rate so as to entice people to go and borrow money and therefore have money circulating in the economy. So uh, that's how inflation and interest rates goes hand in hand. Thank you. So today, focusing on gold. Let me move to my charts. Focusing on gold. So moving on to gold, a higher than expected inflation could force the Fed to reserve or to maintain a hawkish stance. This will boost the dollar and putting downward pressure on unyielding gold assets. Also, softer inflation figures will likely to be interpreted as giving the Fed more room to consider interest rates later in the year, of which that's in September. And this scenario will be bullish for gold. Key technical levels to watch, the ones that I've marked, is 3375.03, because you can see we have tested there several times. If you have a break on that level, I will be looking for buys on gold and waiting for a break, then retest, then continue the buys. The other level that I'll be looking at is the 3330.19 level. If you have a break below that level, I'll be looking for bearish momentum and wait for a retest, then continue on that momentum. Now coming on to Forex, we haven't been focusing on JPY pairs, and right now I'd like to talk about JPY and how it will be influenced to the CPI. Again, a strong CPI print could see USD JPY break through key resistance level, because here we understand that USD is the base currency and JPY is the quote currency, and the chart will move based on how the dollar will be moving. So if here we have CPI coming out stronger, we'll have the dollar becoming strong, and therefore the USD JPY having a bullish movement and breaking through key resistance level. Other major pairs like Euro and Euro USD and JVP USD will also be heavily influenced by today's print. At the moment, we can see JVP USD is printing bearish and testing our 1.34260 level. And if I move to my lower time frame, I can see we have so much retest at that level, and we are consolidating around that level, expecting CPI to be the main catalyst to influence the momentum for today's move. Coming also to Euro USD, we are approaching our support zone at the 1.16235 235 level. If I move to my lower time frame, I can see we are in a tight consolidation. This is one of the things that we always expect when we are approaching a high impact news like CPI. So during on uh, before having that large momentum, there's always consolidation, and that's what we are seeing right now in Euro USD and also JPP USD. So much consolidation, expecting a catalyst from the news that we might expect today. So our main focus today will be any pair that will be influenced by the CPI print, and that's gold and USD, JPP USD, Euro USD, USD JPY, and some some and some of it might be the German 40. German 40 will be tied also closely to the CPI print today, and a positive surprise in US inflation earnings could lift the German DAX up in tandem with also the US indices. However, any escalation in trade disputes or signs of a more pronounced global economic slowdown will likely see this German DAX underperform. Key technical levels to watch is the 23.99 level and also the 24.293 level. Yes. So we have managed to look at our dollar, our gold, our Euro USD, JVP USD, USD JPY, and also German 40. With that said, I'd like to announce that we still have our Trade Gold Drive Bold competition. I know many of you have been participating in this competition and you're pretty excited to know who is going to win. So as we prepare to see who is going to win, kindly, not even kindly, but be aggressive. Be aggressive in participating in this challenge because you might not know that it might be you winning the Mercedes. It might be you winning the iPhones. It might be you winning the trading setup. So let us continue participating and being aggressive in this competition. Yes, there's a safe haven to be considered, and gold is one of the safe haven because we know that if gold is a safe haven, and one of the other safe havens that we look at is Bitcoin, but we don't trade Bitcoin here in Kenya at the moment. So gold will be the safe haven that will be considered for that is always considered as a hedge against the dollar. Think I've answered you correctly. Okay. And also for our East African community, for those who are outside Kenya, yes, you can consider trading Bitcoin as a safe haven. Yes. Also, not to forget, we have our physical classes here, here at our offices from 11 a.m. all the way to 12:30 p.m. And today the topic will be the players and the platforms. And also for our online class, we have our online class from 4 p.m. all the way to 5:30 p.m. And this is how you're going. Let me show you how to register for our online classes. So if you're coming to register for our online classes, go to HFM Kenya, come here to tools and education, come to trading classes, and you'll be able to see this. Then you'll scroll down and number one, choose your seminar and language, move to next. Then pick the online seminar. For those who are joining us for our physical classes, you can pick the offline seminar. Click online seminar, go next. Then select today's topic, which is the players and the platform. So, and then you will continue until registering your personal details. That's how simple. That's how simple it is. And also for our East African community, you can also do the same thing. You just come to hfm.com and again, go to trading classes and you will see this, and you'll be able to register for our online classes. So with that said, I'd like to end there and see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Don't forget to trade gold and drive bold. Goodbye.
This is your moment. Win a 2025 Mercedes C-Class. Explore the markets with a top-tier trading setup. 10 chances to grab the latest iPhone. Trade and earn points for the lucky draws. This is Africa's time to shine. Join the action now and trade your way to glory.